Rejoice and exult with joy. Matthew 5:10. Happy those persecuted for righteous sake, because theirs is the reign of the heavens. Happy are ye whenever they may reproach you, and may persecute, and may say any evil thing against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice ye and be glad, because your reward is great in the heavens. For thus did they persecute the prophets who were before you. That was Matthew 5:10-12. And Luke 6:22 and 23. Happy are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you, and shall reproach, and shall cast forth your name as evil, for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice in that day, and leap, for lo, your reward is great in the heaven, for according to these things were their fathers doing to the prophets. So when should we rejoice and exult? When they taunt and persecute you for his sake, and say all kinds of evil about you under false pretense. Why? For great is your reward in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. And next, let your light shine before men, so that they may see your good works. Matthew 5:14-16. Ye are the light of the world. A city set upon a mount is not able to be hid, nor do they light a lamp and put it under the measure, but on the lampstand, and it shineth to all those in the house. So let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and may glorify your Father who is in the heavens. Next, do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. Matthew 5:17. Do not think that I came to annul the law or the prophets. I did not come to annul, but to fulfill. Some say that the law does not apply, but it does. But there have been some changes, or in other words, it has been perfected. We will look more into this later under Old Testament, New Testament. Some also say that there are no more prophets, and that we only need to go after the New Testament. Yes, it is the New Testament laws and rules we are to live by, but the prophetic words in the Old Testament is just as alive and prevailing today. And indeed, there are prophets today too. Next, be reconciled to your brother before you give God a gift. Matthew 5:23 and 24. If, therefore, thou mayest bring thy gift to the altar, and there mayest remember that thy brother hath anything against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go, first be reconciled to thy brother, and then having come, bring thy gifts. So if you remember that you, for example, have been angry at your with your brother without cause, or said something or done something, you should go and reconcile before you do your service for God and bring your gift to God. Hallelujah. Next, be agreeing with thy opponent quickly. Matthew 5:25 and 26. Be agreeing with thy opponent quickly, while thou art in the way with him, that the opponent may not deliver thee to the judge, and the judge may deliver thee to the officer, and to prison thou mayest be cast. Verily I say to thee, thou mayest not come forth thence till that thou mayest pay the last farthing. This must be viewed in context with the preceding verse, and that there is a public punishment involved. That is, if you have an opponent who has something against you, that you have done something worthy of blame against him. Be quick to agree on a retaliation or compensation with him. Next, separate yourself from what leads to sin. From Matthew 5:27 to 30. Ye heard that it was said to the ancients, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say to you, that everyone who is looking on a woman to desire her did already commit adultery with her in his heart. But if thy right eye doth cause thee to stumble, pluck it out and cast from thee. For it is good to thee that one of thy members may perish, and not thy whole body be cast to Gehenna. And if thy right hand doth cause thee to stumble, cut it off, and cast from thee. For it is good to thee that one of thy members may perish, and not thy whole body be cast to Gehenna. And Matthew 18:8 and 9. And if thy hand or thy foot doth cause thee to stumble, cut them off and cast from thee. It is good for thee to enter into the life lame or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast to the fire the age during. And if thine eye doth cause thee to stumble, pluck it out and cast from thee. It is good for thee one-eyed to enter into the life, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast to the Gehenna of the fire. And Mark 9:43 to 49. And if thy hand may cause thee to stumble, cut it off. It is better for thee maimed to enter into the life than having the 2 hands to go away to the Gehenna, to the fire, the unquenchable, where their worm is not dying and their fire is not quenched. And if thy foot cause thee to stumble, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into the life lame than having the 2 feet to be cast to the Gehenna, to the fire, the unquenchable, where their worm is not dying and the fire is not being quenched. And if thine eye may cause thee to stumble, cast it out. It is better for thee one-eyed to enter into the reign of God than having 2 eyes to be cast to the Gehenna of the fire. For their worm is not dying, and the fire is not being quenched. For everyone with fire shall be salted, and every sacrifice with salt shall be salted. And none of his disciples did this, and he always said, if thy hand, if thy foot, if thy eye. So it is not your hand, foot, or eye that causes us to stumble, but it can be places we go to, things we look at, and things we must cut off. Next, do not swear. Matthew 5:33 to 37. Again, ye heard that it was said to the ancients, thou shalt not swear falsely, but thou shalt pray to the Lord thine oaths. But I say to you, not to swear at all, neither by the heavens, because it is the throne of God, nor by the earth, because it is his footstool, nor by Jerusalem, because it is a city of a great king. Nor by thy head mayest thou swear, because thou art not able 1 hair to make white or black. But let your word be, yes, yes, no, no, and that which is more than these is of the evil. Yes, yes means yes, yes, or it's said 2 times to make it stronger. All Jesus' commandments are important, because if we do not do them, we are unstable when the storm comes. But some commandments needed extra reminders, such as this commandment. And we find it in James 5:12. And before all things, my brethren, do not swear, neither by the heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath. Let your yes be yes, and no, no, that under judgment ye may not fall. Next, not to resist the evil. Matthew 5:38. Ye heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I say to you, not to resist the evil. But whoever shall slap thee on the right cheek, turn to him also the other. How we shall not resist the evil is explained with, but whoever shall slap thee on thy right cheek, turn to him also the other. And whoever is willing to take thee to law, and thy coat to take, suffer to him also the cloak. And whoever shall impress thee 1 mile, go with him 2. To him who is asking of thee be giving, and him who is willing to borrow from thee, thou mayest not turn away. With other words, Jesus is saying that we shall not demand eye for eye or tooth for tooth, and gives us some examples on how we shall not resist the evil one or someone who is evil. So he's not talking about your Christian brothers whom we shall rebuke if they do something like that. He's talking about someone evil. We shall look closer at these examples.